So I'm just heading back now from about 6 hours digging in Northampton. I'm not going to tell you it was the greatest day metal detecting, but I did find some Romans, so do stick around for that. First, I'd like to say thank you and welcome to our new subscribers. Thanks for joining the Lost and Found community. Then I just want to do a bit of an update since my last video on this. I had quite a few comments, so I just wanted to read a couple of those because they're all pointing kind of in one direction. So Jev646 said, "The face token is extremely cool and it certainly looks ancient. I am reminded of the Roman devotional or votive offerings found around Hadrian's Wall. Eggs and UFO, could the face be the Green Man?" So the Green Man, I think, is a pagan god. Big Bald Johnny said, "Looks like a Roman Jupiter medallion or token. Roman medallions depicting Jupiter were created primarily during the height of the Roman Empire, roughly between the 1st century BCE and the 4th century CE. These medallions served various purposes, from religious and ceremonial to commemorative and even propaganda tools." And then Christian Buxco, excuse the pronunciation, added, "If it is, that cross could be a ritual defacement by a Christian on a pagan artifact," which, yeah, is a very good point and adds an whole new element to the history and mystery of this wonderful artifact. So I will be handing this over to the Finds Liaison Officer, so they will obviously be able to give us a bit more of a precise identification. So look forward to that, and I'll update you when I do eventually get it back. So what did we find today? Well, got to be honest, it wasn't the best of days. I found no less than 12 bullets, believe it or not, all this type. Now the pain with these is the signal on the metal detector comes up as though it's a hammered coin or something similar, except these ones that are damaged, if they're bent, they were coming up as like 22 on the metal detector, which generally means like a large copper coin. So yeah, it was one of those, you kind of got to dig them. As these are projectiles and we found so many of them, what we'll do is we'll launch all 12 of them at the castle and see if we can breach the walls once and for all. We did find some flat buttons. I don't think this one's particularly old, maybe 100 to 200 years old. No shank. Remember, we're going to run a competition or a giveaway when the jar is full. No shank pewter button. Little copper alloy button, flat button with shank. Another one with shank. And one more pewter button, no shank. Oh, and this large one, again just a pewter button, but there is a bit of a pattern on it, so probably a bit more of an affluent person would have worn this button. So pewter tend to be worn by kind of, I suppose, what you'd class today as like the middle classes, like people that owned farms and soldiers and those types, those that couldn't quite afford to wear silver buttons. So there you have it. I think that was 6 buttons added to the jar. A bit of a spoon, not sure how old that is, to be honest. It looks quite old to me, that's hence I've kept it. It is just the handle though. Not sure what this was. Don't know if it's modern, old. Anybody's guess. Found a ring, Paul. Buckle. Not very old, I don't think. I'd say early 20th century. Really deep though. And when I say really deep, I'd say maybe 1.5 foot down. Did find a coin, although there's not much to ID it with. I think, judging by the size, that it is a halfpenny, which I think were in circulation in the 60s, 70s. But I am just guessing, to be honest. So, Roman. As promised, we did find a bit of Roman. what I like about this is the colour. I've never found one that's like got that lovely brown colour to it. They're normally greenish. So I'm saying this is Roman, but could it be a bit later than that? Again, this will be down to the fines liaison officer, so I'm sure we'll get a proper idea of it. Shame it's only a fragment, but it looked like it was a very ornate one. So that was it, and that is quite clearly the find of the day, I think. So that can go up there. Right, let's get these fired off at the castle, see if we can do some serious damage. Anyway folks, hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, drop me a like and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.